Hi, I'm Amy Peterson. I am a career development specialist within the Career Center at Santa Clara University, and we'll be here to walk you through what's likely going to be your first virtual career fair today. So by now you're an expert in all things virtual, right? Classes, meetings, gatherings, but maybe wondering what is a virtual career fair going to look like. And so I'm going to go through some differences, some of the things that stay the same, as well as some of the benefits, including not standing in those long crowded lines. And so the first thing I want to answer before I go into the demonstration though is, what is a career fair and who should attend? A career fair is really an opportunity for multiple employers to be able, that have available opportunities to be able to meet with our students that they want to recruit. So, so really who should attend? All of our students, and we are open also to alumni to attend the career fairs, to meet with employers and talk with them about the opportunities that they have available. The virtual fair doesn't change that. It is still an opportunity for employers to meet with students and talk about their open available opportunities. Not all employers will attend a career fair, but every year there's different employers. So I encourage everyone to really look into and explore the career fairs and see who's coming and what types of opportunities that they have, each career fair that we have. So the biggest difference is that instead of walking into a very crowded room, you're going to be behind your computer, but you're still going to be able to meet with and chat with the employers interested in hiring you. Okay, so let's get into the demonstration portion. Once you're logged into your Handshake account, you're going to want to click on the Events button. And this tab here basically includes not only career fairs, but all of the different types of events that are happening. And this changes, or things are added all the time. We found that a lot of employers are scheduling their own types of virtual or hosting their own virtual events and posting them here, as well as events that we ourselves are hosting, like our booth series, our coffee chats, our pop-ins, and of course our career fairs. So you can see here when I clicked on the career fair button that I am already scheduled for the first career fair that's happening. And I'm going to go ahead and click here on the second career fair, the STEM career fair. And what I want you to see is that when you first click on that, you're going to see all of the details for the fair, including some additional resources to prepare, but when it is, what time, and so forth. You're going to want to then come up and see, and if this is the fair you want to attend, to register for the fair. Now, by registering, you're going to see that there are two types of sessions that you can sign up for. One type of session is our group sessions. Those are 30-minute sessions. It's you and an employer and up to 50 other students potentially. And so if the number is 15 and under of number of participants for that group, your video and your microphone, everything will be working so that you can really ask questions and talk with the employer and listen to what they have. And typically those groups also have kind of a theme that the employer will want to talk about. Then there are, and then if it's over 15 students in those group sessions, that's when then audio and visual will be turned off in terms of them being able, the employer being able to see you, but you will have still access to being able to chat and ask questions in that chat feature and interact with the employers in that way. One-on-one sessions are 10-minute sessions between just you and the employer. So when you sign up for these sessions, it's also an opportunity really to have quality time and to definitely be prepared for these types of sessions as well. So with the group sessions, it might be a little bit more that you can be exploring, but still good idea to research and be aware and have prepared questions. For the one-on-one sessions, it's going to be imperative that you are prepared to basically share with them what skills, know what types of positions they have available, be able to know why you're interested in the company, have some prepared questions for them, as well as being prepared to answer some questions. So let's see what sessions are available. We can use the filter features here, but I really encourage you to really explore all the different employers and see what sessions are available. So we see a one-on-one here with Hewlett-Packard. We see some group sessions. We also see that there's some companies that don't have any sessions available. And I want to bring your attention to that as well, to let you know that sessions are being added all the time. Employers sometimes are registering without adding any sessions, and will be adding sessions prior to the fair. So the key here is to once you're registered for the fair, to come in early and often to check on available sessions. So let's say I want to learn a little bit more about NetApp, and I'm interested in their full-time roles. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this session. I do get a pop-up here that lets me know that my profile is in the private setting. So in order to attend this group session, will need to update my privacy setting to include that people in the Handshake community can view my profile. So I can update that here, and I'll talk a little bit more about that in a moment. But then because I'm now have my setting in community, I can see a little bit more about what NetApp is, what they're going to be talking about, and I can confirm that I want to attend that session. Once I've gone through, and signed up for different sessions, I can then see what I've signed up for. So Handshake helps you keep track of that. And keeps you from double booking as well. And so you may have to make some tough decisions on maybe canceling one before you sign up for another if they overlap. But here I can see what my sessions are. So it's really important that on the day of that you are definitely making sure that you get in here and are going into the sessions and going into them on time. You can basically, on the day of, this will be live, and you can be able to join at least up to 5 minutes prior to the start of the session. As well as if you are signing up for any sessions on the day of the career fair, as long as you sign up 1 minute before they start, you can enter those sessions as well. So, so this helps you to track and to really make sure that you're that you know what sessions you have. I will say that because this is a first come, first serve model, being on time and being responsible for attending what you signed up for is going to be imperative. If you can't attend, to definitely cancel as far in advance as possible so that your peers can take a spot, or you're also respecting the employer's time by making sure that you show up to those sessions that you are signed up for, even if it's a group session. Okay. So from there, I do want to then talk next about the profile. Since we saw that the profile, I had to go into community setting, you definitely want to make sure your profile is updated. If you haven't yet created it, you can go in, upload a resume, and then populate your profile that way. But basically making sure that employers can see what courses you've taken, projects you've had, experiences you've had, so forth. And then also even filling out what your career interests are, because employers, having your profile be community, they can go in and they can see that what kinds of skills you have and what your interests are. They may have something that that you would be interested in, and you wouldn't want to miss out on that opportunity. So again, making sure your profile is updated, you have your resume uploaded and it's visible, as well as having your career interests in there. And then knowing here, you can go again to the settings and privacy to check out more information on that, or to reset your setting to private if you so choose to after the fair. So now that you are registered for the fair and you're signing up on an ongoing basis for different sessions and creating your schedule as the time goes, it's also going to be important to be thinking about making a positive first impression by, thinking ahead of time and choosing a quiet area and letting people know that during that career fair time, that when you're meeting with employers, to please not disturb you. Ideally, if you can close a door, maybe put a sign up that "Do not disturb" would be the best. But understanding that that's not always possible, just letting others know to try not to disturb you. The other thing is to think about the space that you have and within your camera view, making sure it's kind of a neutral space, maybe something with just a wall behind you. Or if there is, the room behind you, making sure that it's just organized and picked up. And then making sure that what you're wearing as well, at least from the top up, is, some kind of profession, that you're dressed professionally in that way. In addition, probably more important to show your to be a good first impression is really to be prepared. So, we talked about the different types of sessions. It really is important for any session when you're going to be meeting with an employer, talking with them. You could get into a group session and it's only a couple of people. So while the group sessions are definitely also an opportunity to explore and to go into, and find out more about a company. Anybody that you're going to be meeting with, it's really important to just kind of look at their description, know what they do, what kinds of opportunities they have available, and then also preparing some questions for them, practicing your elevator pitch, so using episode 2 to do that, and then just being ready to answer any questions that they may have, or how your skills can benefit. Okay, so with that, I want to recap the top tips for preparing for the Santa Clara Fair. So something different, you must register. In the past, you haven't had to register, but in order to see the sessions that are available, you're going to need to register for the fair. You're going to need to then early and often go in and be creating your schedule, signing up for sessions with the employers you're interested in. Being responsible and respectful by any sessions that you do sign up for, that you definitely attend those sessions and are on time, or cancel if you know ahead of time that you can't make a session. You're also, because your setting will be on community, make sure your profile is updated, and then just finding that space, dressing professionally and being prepared that day with your elevator pitch and questions for employers is going to be important. The top 5 tips for preparing for our fair. There's also important things to do after the fair. I always tell students to go ahead and debrief. Think about, write down everybody you talked to, what you talked about, so that when you follow up with them, you can put that type of personalization on it. Send a thank you note. Apply, to the positions that now after you talk with them that you're really interested in, or make sure that you're doing following the instructions if they have given you instructions for follow-up. Finally, always nurturing and continuing those connections of people that you meet at career fairs or any events. So my challenge to you for this episode is to get into Handshake, update your profile, and register for one or both of the career fairs by the end of this week if you can, and certainly by the time school starts. And here are some additional resources. You can scan the QR code for Handshake. Has a number of articles that are really great for preparing for the virtual career fair, as well as our job prep toolkit and creating your elevator pitch. And finally, I just want to, if you can scan the QR code, we have a survey. We're going to be pulling together our new series coming soon, and would love to hear your feedback on things you'd like to be hearing about, as well as what works best for you in our delivery. So thank you so much for your time, and best wishes at the virtual career fairs.